Trump breaking news. Trump campaign claims $50.5 million doubled Biden's fundraiser. The campaign for Donald Trump announced on Saturday in Palm Beach, Florida, that it had raised $50.5 million, which is a record for a single event. Following President Joe Biden's star-studded event on March 28 in New York, which his campaign said raised over $26 million, Trump's fundraiser drew a slew of megadonors. A fundraising organization that has paid for Trump's legal fees in the tens of millions of dollars will get a share of the funds collected at Saturday's Trump event at the house of billionaire hedge fund manager John Paulson. Donald J. Trump is continuing to win polls and demonstrate that enthusiasm is supporting him after securing the nomination in one of the quickest primaries in contemporary political history. In a statement, Trump campaign advisors Chris LaChivita and Susie Wiles made it quite apparent that they had the message, the operation, and the money to help President Trump win the election on November 5. On Saturday night, Newsweek emailed the Biden campaign to get a comment. Feel free to contribute statements and we will incorporate them into this story. Trump made a quick statement to media and posed for pictures with Melania Trump, Paulson, and Jenny before the private event. From the moment it begins, this has been an extraordinary evening because so many people want to help restore America's greatness, Trump added. The Associated Press reports that the Democratic National Committee and Joe Biden's re-election campaign announced on Saturday that they have cash on hand of more than $192 million at the end of the first quarter of the year, having raised over $90 million in March. At a gala on March 28 at Manhattan's Radio City Music Hall, which also featured former Presidents Bill Clinton and Barack Obama, the Biden campaign raised almost $26 million in the 3 months from January to March. The Biden campaign and its associated businesses reported receiving $187 million, with 96% of those contributions falling under the $200 threshold. Plus, there are 100 new campaign offices that Biden's staff allegedly opened. According to the Associated Press, Trump and the Republican National Committee announced that they had $65.5 million in March and $93.1 million in the bank. Both candidates have won enough delegates in their primaries to guarantee the presidential nominations for their parties, but Trump is still falling short in financing. Reports from Reuters indicate that Saturday's co-hosts were Phil Ruffin, a casino magnate, investor Scott Bessent, and Rebecca Mercer, a conservative activist and daughter of hedge fund investor Robert Mercer. Trump is now free to solicit funds from the Republican National Committee in the run-up to the 11th of November. Co-chair of the Republican National Committee is Trump's daughter-in-law, Lara Trump. Reuters saw the invitation and reported that the Trump 47 Committee, a new fundraising agreement with the RNC, would send money to the Save America PAC before any of it goes to the RNC. Contributions from prominent donors might reach $814,600 per individual, according to the Trump 47 Committee. Reuters reports that Trump's presidential campaign will receive the first $6,600 of each individual's contribution. Following that, Save America would receive a maximum of $5,000 from each individual. Reportedly, the RNC will receive a portion of up to $413,000 after Save America receives its portion. Positions on. In response to Trump's event, Democratic National Committee Chair Jamie Harrison issued a statement early on Saturday. With a nod to Trump's Florida estate, Harrison said, "Joe Biden has been crisscrossing the nation, connecting with voters and outlining his vision to grow our economy from the bottom up and the middle out." Biden, in contrast, has been busy awarding himself golf trophies at Mar-a-Lago and palling around with billionaires. Saturday's record haul exemplifies GOP unity, according to RNC co-chairs Michael Whatley and Lara Trump. "Americans are lined up to join our cause and retire crooked Joe Biden once and for all," the co-chairs stated in a statement, exclaiming that the Republican Party is united behind the endeavor to elect President Donald J. Trump. Next steps? Even though Trump has asked to postpone the start of his criminal trial in New York on multiple occasions, it is still set to begin on April 15. The ex-president is juggling 3 separate criminal cases with less certain trial dates and is currently appealing civil verdicts totaling more than $500 million.